Most people don't realize this. The first $500 you ever have is more important than the next $5,000. That sounds wrong, right? I mean, $500 isn't a lot of money. It's a phone upgrade, a weekend trip, a few online orders. But here's the uncomfortable truth. The way you use your first $500 quietly decides how you'll handle money for the rest of your life. And most people? They waste it. Not because they're careless, but because no one ever taught them what that $500 actually means. Let me show you what I mean. Think about the last time you had some extra money. Maybe it was your first salary. Maybe it was a bonus. Maybe just money that sat in your account longer than usual. What did you do with it? Most people don't even think. They just feel. I worked hard. I deserve this. So they spend it. New clothes. Better phone. Food delivery. Subscriptions. Nothing feels like a big mistake. But then, a few weeks later, the money is gone. And nothing really changed. No progress. No growth. No difference in life. Just a temporary feeling that faded. And this is where the real problem begins. Because the issue is not the $500. It's the pattern. When your brain learns that extra money equals spending reward, it locks that behavior in. So next time you earn $1,000, you spend more. Then $2,000. Even more. Your income goes up. But your financial life stays exactly the same. This is how people earn more every year. And still feel broke. Now let's flip the story. Meet Ali. Ali also gets his first extra $500. Same situation. Same excitement. He also feels like spending it. But instead of asking, "What do I want right now?" he asks a different question. What can this $500 do for my future? That one question changes everything. Here's something most people never understand. Money is not just for spending. Money is a tool. And every dollar you have can either make your life easier later or disappear today. That's it. There are only two paths: consume or build. Let's break this down in a simple way. Imagine your $500 is like a seed. You have two options. Option 1. Eat the seed. It feels good. Instant reward. But it's gone forever. Option 2. Plant the seed. Nothing exciting happens immediately. But over time, it grows. More money. More opportunities. More freedom. Most people keep eating their seeds. Then they wonder why nothing ever grows. Now here's where it gets interesting. Using your first $500 wisely is not about being perfect. It's about dividing it with intention. Ali doesn't save all $500. He doesn't invest all $500. He uses a simple system. He splits it into 3 parts. Part 1, Future You, Investment. Ali takes a portion, let's say $200, and puts it into something that grows. This could be learning a skill, a basic investment, a small online business idea. The goal is not quick money. The goal is learning how money grows. Because once you understand that, everything changes. Part 2, Safety, Savings. He takes another $200 and keeps it untouched. This is not for spending. This is for peace of mind. Because here's a powerful truth. The less desperate you are for money, the better decisions you make. Savings doesn't make you rich, but it protects you from becoming broke. Part 3, Enjoyment, Guilt-Free Spending. Now here's the part most people ignore. Ali still spends some of it. Maybe $100. But this time, it's intentional. No guilt. No regret. Because he already paid his future first. This is the difference. Most people spend first and think later. Smart people think first and then spend. Now let's talk about the psychology behind this. Why do people struggle so much with money? It's not because they're bad with numbers. It's because they're emotional. Money decisions are rarely logical. They're driven by stress, comparison, instant gratification, fear of missing out. Your brain is wired to choose now over later. Always. That's why saving feels hard. That's why investing feels slow. That's why spending feels easy. But here's the hidden truth. Wealth is not built by big decisions. It's built by small repeated behaviors. Your first $500 is not about the amount. It's about training your brain. You're teaching yourself. I don't just spend money. I direct it. And once that identity changes, everything changes. You stop asking, "What can I buy?" and start asking, "What can this become?" Let's go deeper. Imagine two people. Both earn the same income. Both get extra money regularly. But one person spends every extra dollar. The other invests just a small part each time. At first, there's no visible difference. They live similar lives. But after a few years, one has nothing. The other has options. That's the power of direction. Now here's something most people won't tell you. The goal is not to be extreme. You don't need to save every rupee. You don't need to invest perfectly. You just need to avoid the biggest mistake: using all your money for short-term happiness. Because short-term happiness fades. But long-term stability compounds. So what should you actually do with your first $500? Keep it simple. Don't overthink. Just follow this mindset. A portion grows. A portion protects. A portion enjoys. That's it. No complicated strategies. No advanced knowledge. Just discipline and awareness. And here's the most important part. Don't wait for more money to start. Because if you can't manage $500, you won't manage $5,000. More money doesn't fix bad habits. It amplifies them. Your first $500 is not small. It's a test. A test of behavior. A test of mindset. A test of who you're becoming. Most people fail this test. They chase comfort. They follow emotions. They choose now over later. But a few people make a quiet decision. They start small. They stay consistent. And over time, their life looks completely different. So next time you have extra money, pause for a second. Don't rush. Don't react. Just ask yourself one question. Is this building my future? Or just feeding my present? Because in the end, it's not about how much money you make. It's about what you do with what you have. And your first $500? That's where everything begins.